Heyo everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Kayz and today we will be doing the Microsoft Paint challenge where I make a drawing in Microsoft Paint where there are limited tools, absolutely no layers. So that means everything I draw is going to be on the same layer and it's going to be pretty hard to draw. And as well as that, the default resolution, which is what I want to work with for this challenge, is also 819 by 460 pixels, which is really low compared to what I normally draw with. So that also means that the resolution of the drawing is going to be low and harder to work with. So yeah, let's just get into it. For this, I'm probably going to be drawing a dragon. I'll do a headshot for a dragon and see how well it goes. I got the idea to do this drawing from PaintThatBell, because she also did a challenge with Microsoft Paint, but she used Paint 3D. I wanted to try doing it with the original Microsoft Paint. And if you would like to see me do it in Microsoft Paint 3D, then let me know. And maybe I can also do like a challenge where I have to try to make a 3D model, which is really hard for me to do because I'm bad at making 3D models, so yeah. So yeah, what you see me doing right now is I'm deciding to use these shapes up here for an advantage to make it easier for construction shape purposes, so I don't have to really scribble out my construction shapes. So I guess this is good for what I want to do for my dragon. We got the horns, the head, and the snout, and now I will draw them in. So the difference here, like I said earlier, is that there are no layers in Microsoft Paint, and try to avoid leaving my rough work in the final drawing, which is going to be hard, I imagine, but I hope it's going to be something similar to my lineless art that I do. So what I used to do instead of actually drawing on Microsoft Paint is that I would make pixel art, and I would have done that for this as well, because Microsoft Paint is like the perfect place to make some pixel art, because when you zoom in really close, I was about to use a shortcut for my other art programs on the keyboard, but I don't think Microsoft Paint has shortcuts. But you see here, when you zoom in really close, it's really pixely, and this pencil tool can let you draw pixel by pixel. And so that's how I used to make sprite art when I was younger, and I would have done it for this video, but I felt like that would have kind of been cheating. Not that pixel art isn't art or anything, I still like to make pixel art, it's really fun. But I feel like that would be taking the easy way out of this challenge, so I decided to just go with a normal drawing and see what I can do with this limited program. So I'm just gonna test out these different tools that we have, so I want to see which ones I want to use. So this is the marker tool. It's not good, as you can see. I'm not going to use this because it has that opaque or transparency to it, and that's not going to really be good for coloring right now, at least. And let's see, there's this pen tool that's good for like calligraphy or even smoke. I'd probably, if I wanted to have him smoke, I would do that, but he's probably not going to be smoking. Like something like that, if you can do it properly. The way that it works, it kind of looks like smoke coming out of his nose. That's another thing. These tools don't have transparency levels, so you just kind of have to work with what you got with full transparency. This is the paintbrush tool. It has some nice textures. This might be good. This might be what I use for when I start shading, because I like that transparency that it has. It has a nice texture, and it's not like the brush where it only has like two levels of transparency, one that's fully opaque and one that's like slightly transparent. That has like a bunch of levels of transparency, which would be good for shading with this. But let's continue seeing. So that was this paintbrush, yeah. Let's look at the crayon. This creates some more nice textures as well. This, I think, would make a nice, like... Actually, I think I want to use this for the outline, if I can, for this dragon. If I make an outline. But before we do the outline, I'm going to have to do the colors, because, again, there's only one layer. So I want to be able to block out all the colors and do all the shading before I do the outline, because if I do the outline first, then all the colors are going to cover up the outline. So that's the marker, we already looked at that. This is the pencil crayon. It's, again, okay, so this one has a lot of nice transparency to it as well, but I think it's, yeah, it's really small, so it's probably not going to be all that good. And finally we have the round brush, and it's like the flat brush from before, but finer and more tapered at the ends. So yeah, those are all our different brush options. We also have a fill bucket tool, an eraser, and text, and of course the pixels over here, but we're not going to be really using the pixels all too much unless we need to zoom in really close and fix up some stuff that things did. Oh yeah, also, forgot to look at the spray paint. This is the spray paint. All it does is bring up a bunch of pixels, like the pen. So you're basically, or the pencil up here, so you're basically using the pencil, but more. I suppose that can make for some nice, background effects or something. I'm not really sure. I might play around with that, but we only have a limited amount of undos, so I want to be careful. I might use it, might not end up using it. It doesn't really look soft. It's really, like I said, it's just a bunch of pixels, so it's gonna end up coming out really hard. And this one, we never looked at this one. It's just the same as the other pen, but the tapered end is on the other side. Okay, well, let's just get straight into the coloring. Actually, let's not, because I still need to fix up some of the messy scribblies. So let me fix up the scribblies, and then we will get on to the colories. Two to the one, to the one, to the three, something, something, something rhymes with T. You know what would probably have been easier if I just used the stinking fill bucket instead of coloring and everything like this. I'll do that next time. Mr. Scatman, bring me a scat, bum 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 bum, make it the scattiest of scatty of scats, bum 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 bum. Skippity papa, scappity doo, skippity dappa, scappity doo, Mr. Scatman, man me a scat, bum 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 bum, make it the manliest of manly of scats, bum 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 bum. Mr. Scatman, make me a scat. So I need to talk normally, please. Okay, so this is not gonna work out because look how different the colors are. But if I pick the color that I want, then it's gonna make a nice color. So I think this would make a nice little shading color for this little dragon guy. So I'm gonna undo everything. Hopefully I have enough undos to undo all that random purple stuff. Come on, come on, come on, yes! Okay, so yeah, let's continue. Yeah, this brush, this square brush thing is a lot more efficient than I was expecting. because it is just really nice to work with. It's like almost like a real paintbrush. You just go like, see how fine that line is? It's just, except for I messed up, but oh yes, smooth. And it's a nice blender, like as you've been seeing me do. I'm just eye-dropping these colors in between, and then doing a little blend here and there. That was a bad example because it never really kind of got rid of the main color that I need right here, but you know. And if I just need a bigger blend area, then I can use the bigger version of the brush. And look at that, smooth as, well, I mean, maybe not as smooth as better, but you know. I still rather use my actual drawing program, like, infinitely more than Microsoft Paint, but you know, it's still okay. It's not that bad. Okay, so this is the final result. Am I proud of this? No, not at all. I think I started to ruin it once I added the background, so yeah. I'm kinda tired right now, so I'm gonna leave this for future me to talk about when my mind is more clear, when I'm less burnt out, and when I can actually edit my audio and make it better for you guys. So I will see you all later. For now, which for you it will be like literally a second. So okay, future me here, and so what I ended up doing is that I was really disgusted by how that turned out, so I decided to quickly fix up a new one. I recorded it, but the recording wasn't working with my editing program, so I just decided not to show you the Speedpaint. But here are the final results. I made a few versions of different ones that I kind of liked. So there's this one, which I didn't really like all that much, and then there's this one, which I fixed up a bit, and I kind of liked because it looked more like a graffiti art or something. And finally, there's this last one, which is just a little bit different from the one that me from yesterday ruined. It's from just a little bit before I ruined it, and I decided it just kind of needed some eye shine. So yeah, I had different versions. Ones with outlines because I wanted to try having outlines, and I still kind of liked how they looked. But then I also had this version because it looked nice without the outlines as well, but it did need some eye shines. So yeah, that's it for the MS Paint challenge, and just in case you're wondering and how I got that image again, after ruining it in the previous segment that you saw, is that I just went back to the video and screenshotted before I ruined it. I didn't want to add a background this time because, well, I was honestly kind of tired of working on this. The original video segment was around 4 hours and 20 minutes long, and then on top of that, I was also redrawing this part as well and fixing it up, and I was just tired of working on this. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and let me know what you think. Let me know if you want to see any more challenges like this. Like I mentioned earlier, the Paint 3D challenge I could also do, and I also want to say a special thanks to PaintThatBell for giving me this idea for a video. So yeah, if you liked what you see, don't forget to leave a like on this video, and if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please do feel free to let me know in the comments below. And if you really like what you see, why not go around and check out my channel? I do speed paints, I do animations, and I do more, and of course I draw lots and lots of dragoons. And if you really like what you see, then why not subscribe and ring a ding ding that notification bell below to get notifications for when I release new videos on this channel. I hope you all enjoy and have a great day. God bless, and I will see you all next time. Bye bye. Oh yeah, and if you're wondering whether I recommend using Microsoft Paint at all, I say no, never use it unless you want to torture yourself, because there are billions of free art applications out there that are a billion times better than Microsoft Paint, so never subject yourself to this torture.